this is the week. Do you see any progress?
Mr. Moderator, when you look at the major national dialogue that was held sometime last year, when the Anglophone crisis was still deep and people were suffering, the President of the Republic, President Paul Biya, called for a major national dialogue that was headed by Prime Minister Chief Dr. John Gutti. And some resolutions came out of the major national dialogue. There were many commissions that were created. We have the Decentralization Commission, the Reconstruction, and so on. There were many of them that were created, Mr. Moderator. And when they were created, a special status came out of that same dialogue, a special status that never had a content, which till today we are struggling to understand the content of the major national dialogue. And I feel that, Mr. Moderator, there are prisoners, the Anglophones leaders who are in prison, and we need peace and justice in our country. We want to live in peace. And I think that the major national dialogue, to a greater extent, has not been able to solve the Anglophone problem, because most of the resolutions were taken without those who took into protest, especially the Naira 10, Sisiko, and Cole. They were not part of the national dialogue, major national dialogue. And since then, Mr. Moderator, they have been in prison, and there have been gun battles between the military and the non-state actors, and people have been dying, houses have been set ablaze, people are refugees, and we all need peace in our country, Cameroon. And there was a time when negotiation was going on with the key leaders in Yaoundé, but some state minister came out to denounce that, Mr. Moderator. All we need is to be genuine. All we need is honesty. Cameroon is our country. We need peace and justice. And at this point in time, the Northwest and Southwest is still in instability. And we could see recently the Operation Clean Bamenda, and taxi drivers and bike riders are not running in Bamenda town, to tell you that the crisis has not yet been solved. And children have not, to a greater extent in the suburbs, have not been going to school. If we want to look at this analysis, we will say that the major national dialogue has weaknesses. We saw how the minister came to both the Northwest and Southwest. The minister came here to talk about the issue of reconstruction. And many people said that reconstruction is good, especially in peaceful areas. But I still say that which areas in the Northwest and Southwest is peaceful, that we can start sustainable reconstruction.
Yeah.
And we cannot do reconstruction when there's no peace and stability.
Yeah, when I was saying the topic, I talked of the achievement, the shortcoming, and the expectation. Exactly. Now, let's look at some of the achievements. Then we shall look at the shortcomings, then the expectation. We need to encourage our administrators and those who are behind it to make sure that things happen. So, some of the achievements they have had for this 1 year.
Let's look at some of the achievements. Most of the achievements, I won't say they are really tangible, because they are good ideas that could shape the life of Cameroonians. I'll come there. So most of them are good, but they are cosmetic to a greater extent, because we are not yet in peace and stability. If we're already if a dialogue held where all the major parties were there, I think that all these recommendations would have been good, Mr. Moderator. Look at the regional elections. Yeah. So regional elections will be called.
That's one achievement.
That's a good achievement, but the thing is that we don't understand the modus operandi of this regional election, because we will still have governors and we'll have regional president, and then we don't know who will be above.
Because they talk of decentralization.
We are coming there. They are talking of decentralization, which is
that's why
good.
The regional house came.
We are talking of decentralization, which is good to an extent, but the Anglophones, do they want decentralization? That is the question mark, Mr. Moderator, because some Anglophones want federation. And some government officials have seen stakeholders who are saying that decentralization is a form of federation. But to me, I don't see it like that. People need autonomy. People need to control their environment. And I want to also talk of reconstruction. Reconstruction could be very good, because let's allow reconstruction is good, because most people don't have houses. Their houses have been set ablaze. There are no roads, there are no hospitals, there are no schools that have been set ablaze. We need reconstruction. But the thing is that we cannot reconstruct when they still cause fire in the northwest and southwest. Looking at the decentralization laws, decentralization was not an issue of today. Looking at decentralization law of 1996, if it was effective, we wouldn't have been into this crisis. But looking at where we are today, Mr. Moderator, you will find out that we have three parties. Some who want secessionist, federation, and a unitary state. But I feel that a dialogue, a genuine dialogue can help us shape our problems. But I still feel that as Cameroonian, we just have to be patriotic, we just have to be genuine, we just have to be assertive. The government needs to be genuine. All the parties, we need to put our egos down and solve our problem genuinely.
Okay. Mr. Aichem, we are looking at the Major National Dialogue 1 year on. Some of the achievements, shortcomings, and expectations. Now, do you have any achievement according to you?
I think the Major National Dialogue that took place on the 30th of September 2019.
24th.
24th was really an event.
30th to the 4th, yeah.
Yeah, it was really an event to be remembered, because irrespective of the fact that people disagreed on the board, they brought out some elaborate resolutions that has bettered the lives of some Cameroonians. You know, the mere fact that some people whom were not even politicians, like the clergies and people of civil society activists and the other were brought it was really a success, because they air out on their mind on the way forward. I want to say that as per the successes, it has really gone a long way to an extent to really better the lives of some people.
But what are some of the successes?
If you look at this Major National Dialogue, you will realize that there were 8 commissions. And these 8 commissions were grouped into the educational, the Commission on the Return of Refugees, the Commission on the Disarmament, the Commission for the Rule of the Diaspora,
the construction,
the Rule of the Diaspora, and the Commission on Decentralization. Okay. The Commission of Decentralization recommended that there should be a special status given to the Northwest and Southwest.
Which was done.
And so far, it was welcome, because, you know, when people went there, irrespective of the fact that some had a bad intention, some were genuine. And majority of them were genuine. That is why they realized that the Northwest and the Southwest has something peculiar. So they should give them the special status. I think it has been given, and that should be an applause, even though it has not been executed to the latter. But we are still expecting. And in terms of reconstruction of the Northwest and the Southwest, you realize that Mr. Paul Tassan, is at the forefront to lead that commission. The President of the Republic has not slept on the recommendation of the National Dialogue. And even in the educational sector, you realize that more bilingual teachers have been put in place to ensure that the issue of lack of teachers to drill Cameroonians on the issue of bilingualism should be put right. And on the aspect of the Commission on the Bilingualism and Multiculturalism, it was just in few programs here ago that we sat here, we were discussing on how those commissions have been sent to the various ministries to make sure that the issue of this bilingualism.
And we see that communiques are coming out in both languages.
Not to belabor the issue, after the National Dialogue, the President of the Republic gave presidential clemency to 333 Anglophones who were set free from the prison. That should be thanks to the National Dialogue. I think, and even after that...
And thanks to the head of state.
Thanks to the head of state, because after that we heard, he even made an outing, he tweeted that I think he appreciates those who came to once more reaffirm their spirit and their love for the country. In the course of the program, we will talk more, but I want to also say that the ex-combatants who dropped their arms, most of them have been reintegrated. Some are working with Camtel, and others have been given other things to do that will better their lives. Even though they have not yet in short, they have not yet locked the door to the successes that this national dialogue will bring forth. There are many more that will come. We are just hopeful.
But don't you think that
the deep support in Limbe that people have been crying that some cried in the national dialogue that should be given is on the pipeline. We saw communiques some months ago coming out. We are hopeful that in the days to come, the Anglophone as a person will achieve a lot because of the major national dialogue.
Okay, before I come back, let me come to Mr. Nchomosiri. 1 year on, the national dialogue, the achievements, the shortcomings, and maybe expectation. Let's look at the achievements. We know there are so many of them.
Thanks, Mr. Mwambo. But before I get to your question, permit me say that every generation has the mission to discover their purpose, to either fulfill them or betray them. Yeah. And so you are witnessing with me some people who have decided to be left at the dump site of their own history. Nobody dialogue to beg for special status. Let's make things very clear here. No Anglophone on this earth have ever gone to a national dialogue for special status. And so, Mr. Bia's special status regards only him alone.
Excuse me, Mr. Njomo. That was one of the outcomes of the national dialogue, that there should be a special status for Northern and Southwest.
The problem of Anglophone is the failed implementation of the Aïdjo-Foncha Agreement of Fuman. That is the problem of Anglophone. Because it started depleting the structure of the federal states. And up to today, that we have the La République du Cameroun. That is the problem of Anglophone. No, and it has over the years. I will not. I'm telling you. Excuse me.
Yes.
When you're asking me the success of a monologue of something that was intended to solve the Anglophone problem, do you really, genuinely expect me to say that anything good could come from that monologue? Do you expect me to say that anything good could come from that monologue? Being it Kazinatumi, being in Ninjon Funzi, and other Anglophone fractor of the civil society who went there, some with the federal opinion and others with the independence opinion, they went there and they were forced to talk about decentralization. And surprisingly, they sat down. For the first 2 days, let me remind you, sometimes we should not be short of memory. Anglophone were refused to talk. And they started boycotting. They started going out and shouting and declaring.
But we understand they headed most of the committees.
The third day now, the Prime Minister decided, it was the first day. The second day now, the Prime Minister decided to be given the floor and allow people to express themselves. I just want to tell you how from the intention, from the plan acts, there was no agenda to help solve the Anglophone crisis. And now, 1 year after, because you want us to talk, let's talk. I want to agree with our viewers tonight that our intellectuals of today are failing us even more than Foncha did in the past. Yes, because when landed people come on the platform, with the ongoing difficulties that we are facing in the Anglophone region. Excuse me, today was Monday, for example. It was alleged that Ghost Town will be something of the past. Yeah. We are talking about the Anglophone crisis. Why is the Northwest and the Southwest locked down? Why? It's because people don't trust all the cosmetic solution that has been held. And when a panelist dare borrow the word cosmetic, I want to ask him, has he forgotten that it's the same regime that he was supporting in the first part of this program, that is still implementing and has chosen to romance solution?
When people are
Mr.
dialogue, the dialogue is to all members of the civil
society. We are talking about national integration. See how biased our mind are. We use our complex to cover the issue of
Okay, let's listen here. We have 30 seconds too. Please, let's listen.
No, you are not asking the question.
Mr. Njomo, you want to say we are looking the outcome of
the
Mission National Dialogue, maybe the achievements and shortcomings. Do you want to say that, although we are human beings, we have weaknesses, but do you want to say that they have not had any achievements?
He has only benefited, top rank pro-CPTM Anglophones, including those who are on the platform. He has benefited them and their families. And you can see how they are defending them. No, baby, when you ask me a question, I want to answer, you keep taking the floor.
You shouldn't be particular.
No, but I want to prove
we
to you
just want to have the achievements.
How he has benefited them.
Wait, Mr. Anjomo, what he says is that we are educating people, and why we help the government too, so that we build the country. So we look at their shortcomings, we look at their achievements, then we give suggestions. That's what we want to do.
I've started responding to say that.
10 seconds more.
Yes, the major national monologue has benefited some top pro-Anglophones, including those on the platform.
Okay,
Dr.
Busi. Dr. Busi. Dr. Busi.
We cannot talk about peace when somebody is lacking food to eat. We cannot talk about the Anglophone solution when
they should give what you expect again, what you expect of them.
There's nothing that has been done. Everything has to start from fresh.
Okay, that's an expectation that they should start.
I'm telling you that, Mr. Mwambo, the first thing is that the method towards the monologue was a wrong one. Okay? Why don't you accept another opinion to what you are thinking?
What do you expect of them?
That they should start from fresh. Ayub Sisiko is still in the prison. I want to call on Doctor and the other panelists that they should call on their champion to convene a meeting that is going to bring the Naira 10. Okay? So that they talk together. So that they talk to relieve Anglophone from this 4 years. Or get it to 5 years misery that we are facing.
That's a suggestion.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, because I have their emissites on the platform, you pay me to communicate to them because they know where to carry the message.
Just take your breath. We'll come back to you. Just take your breath. We'll come back to you. Yes. Doctor, we are looking the achievements, the shortcomings, and the expectation. If we look at it, as you said, the seaport is on the way. We looked at it. Sefan was upgraded. Today we have NASLA, and of which, employment for the youths, because I follow up NASLA a lot. They are preparing to employ so many youths again, giving their last board meetings. And if we look at it, some other constructions have started taking place in some areas that are seemingly peaceful. We saw even in the Northwest, the DGR Center, a new one is being built. Okay, yes, please.
Permit me say that the NASLA you are first of all calling.
Okay.
If you go to NASLA now, how many Anglophones will you see in NASLA that has been appointed?
The director is an Anglophone.
Please, majority, I'm talking the majority, please. I saw the communique of the appointments.
Okay.
Let's be honest. If you're not careful, NASLA will be like Enam. That's the truth.
I have said here that I will not be subjective. The issue here is that the Anglophone problem is a unique problem. The Anglophones have been suffering in this country. And the Anglophone are the people with legality who joined La République du Cameroon. And in the 60s, there was a federation in this country. And President Paul Biya, His Excellency President Paul Biya, the President of the Republic of Cameroon, had to change the governance system.
That was Ahijo first.
He changed it. Paul Biya changed it.
Yeah.
I'm not talking. Please. I'm not talking of federation yet.
You cannot talk of
okay, in the 60s.
After
Okay.
82.
Don't take correction. Talk about Ahijo.
Please.
Oh no.
Noise maker.
Go.
Oh, Papa.
The regimes. You are all not arrogant. This CIM people are arrogant. Have dignity for yourself, please. Please. In the 60s, when Ahijo was CDF, we had a federation in this country. And when President Paul Biya took power in 1982, we see that subsequently the name of Cameroon was changed, even from the United Republic to the Republic of Cameroon. And that the Anglophone lost their hegemony of controlling their resources in this country. And they have been marginalized since then to the 90s, when the SDF came up with the multipartism. And since then, the SDF was struggling for democracy. To no avail. And they struggled to an extent, and there was a bit of democracy in this country. And the Anglophones discovered that in most of the companies in the Anglophone areas like Sonera, you could see but Francophones there. And the Anglophones could not benefit from the timber, from the oil, from the resources of their own area. And some leaders called the Naira 10 formed what they term in quote, the Amazonian Republic. And the sitting president couldn't just sit quiet. He had to fight for the sovereignty of the Republic of Cameroon, and then there was upheavals. And since then, Mr. Modjetor, many people have been suffering psychologically, and many people have been grieving in the northwest and southwest, where the common man have died, the chiefs have left their villages, refugees, and so on. Let's be honest, the Anglophones have suffered in this country. And when President Paul Biya called for the major national dialogue, the international community forced it that we need a genuine dialogue in this country.
We saw the case of Tubonagi and other well-known, the Commonwealth leaders, the Francophonie, they came to Cameroon. And many presidents, even the European Union, have been calling for a genuine dialogue in Cameroon. A dialogue was held in this country, Mr. Aolan. A dialogue was held in this country. And to be candid, the non-state actors, those in prison, the Naira 10, they were not part of the dialogue. And even all the resolutions that were taken, Mr. Modjetor, some of the resolutions were good. But you cannot take resolution when those who are against you are not in the round table. So we feel that the government should call for another genuine dialogue with sympathy and forgive these people. Let's sit on a round table and talk, looking at each other eyeball to eyeball, and discuss the Anglophone problem genuinely before taking resolutions. Because if we take these resolutions, at the end of the day, we build, they destroy, we build, they destroy. Our children are not going to school because of fear factor. Where are we heading to? So what I'm trying to say is that with the sympathy of Cameroonians, let President Paul Biya, the President of the Republic of the
negotiation where these separatists will be there, then we can now see the way forward. Because even our chiefs in the northwest and southwest who are calling for regional elections, they have not gone to their villages to be candid.
Okay, Mr. Achim, please, we will be summarizing on this topic. We have 3 minutes, so you have the time. You have not spoken. So if you look at this dialogue, you are giving me the impression that there hasn't been enough achievement or success, and maybe the shortcomings are just so many. So it means that the expectations will be just too many too. So what are some of the expectations that we want these people
Mr. Moderator, thank you very much. Before I talk on the expectation, I want to say that I am on this panel analyzing as an analyst.
Yeah.
I am neither an envoy of a political party here, so I want to call on my co-panelists to throw emotions.
Just right on.
Yeah, let me
Go on.
My party CPTF, you said that. You said that. You already named it. You have to be responsible. You have to be responsible, sir. You have to be responsible. You have to be responsible. No, yes. Yes, we are. I'm a fool. I'm a fool.
No, I'm a fool.
I'm a fool because
I'm reminding you that you should be responsible. I'm a fool. The people.
Please,
Yes, I'm a fool.
please.
No, you will not go.
Gentlemen,
You will
please.
not go.
No.
He said that. There is no. He said that. He said that.
Please, you are talking to
No, he said that. Let me explain to you. People need to know media ethics. When you go on media, you need to know how to take the blows. It doesn't matter how hard they are. You need to re-strategize and see how to counter, rather than attacking personality.
Okay.
This is what we call hate speech, and it will not
Okay,
be allowed.
so what
Please,
expectations?
Let me talk.
Yeah.
I want to say that we should be logical, please. When you ask a question I expect us to answer the question. It does not mean that I don't have a lot to say on the Anglophone, on the major national dialogue. Yeah. I had a lot of issues to discuss on that, but I had to limit myself to, I'm talking. Even if I end here, I have at least educated some people.
Respond here, please.
So what I'm saying is, the major national dialogue, though in my heart, it have its weaknesses. But you cannot say that there are not some good things that have come as a result of the major national dialogue. Yeah. That is why I said it has benefited some people. And when you start saying it has benefited me, I don't know from which angle people are analyzing. Now, the major national dialogue, you realize on the second day that people like Akeremuna and Agbabala came out that if they don't put up the issue of discussion on the form of state, they will withdraw. And it was the feeling of many Cameroonians, including me, that since the separatists are fighting on the issue of the form of state, the form of state should be put on the table. It doesn't matter whether they maintain decentralization, but at least people have pondered and discussed about it. You must not win all the time. There are times that you allow, when they score a goal, it does not mean that you are not a player on the field. And I want to say that the major national dialogue was, even though the president of the republic and some key actors might have decided people who might be panels on the major national dialogue, it was also the thought of some Cameroonians that they shouldn't have pre-decided people who or invited people to be part of the panel. They would have allowed the Anglophones to decide whom they feel can talk for them. For example, a panelist here made mention of Ayo Siseko and some others. Even the present president of the Amazonia, we feel that if perhaps...
So your expectation is that another dialogue should come up?
Yes.
And, inclusive.
It should be inclusive. Now, the major national dialogue, even though it has its weaknesses, I will still say that we should not think that we can just get everything over a day. It's a process. We are hoping that since a process has been initiated, even though people are not satisfied, we should push forth for another dialogue so that we can sit again and discuss on issue how to bring peace. Because I will tell you, there is nothing that can come as a result of war and violence. I regret more than 3,000 Anglophones who are in their graves. I really feel pains right in my marrow. And I will not sit here and pretend as if I am a hero. No, I am alive simply because God is keeping me to this day. It's not that if a stray bullet touched me, I wouldn't have died. So somebody should not pretend on the panel he likes Anglophone more than the other. All of us
I'll
like
just give
our
30
brothers.
seconds each.
Thank you, moderator. I want to come in here at this time to say that we have walked throughout the journey so far. And if we are still alive truly, it's by God's grace. And so when I see at this level of the struggle, some of us trying to water down all what we have done over the years, I feel bad. Such a reputation, you ruin it in the night just because of it. And we're talking of national integration. It's very important. It's very sensitive. And you barely talk about it. Because when we talk of national integration, it means that the problem that is attacking the nation should be addressed with a harmonious mind, in a harmonized way. Citing Anglophone and forgetting about the Francophones that are suffering. Even when a leader rises from their own end and is trying to do meaningful attempts, I call that nothing but witchcraft. Witchcraft because you cannot be fighting of one corner of a country and you allow the other one to burn in the name that you're fighting for Anglophone. I wanted to make that point very clear tonight. But also to learn, and I will not be long, I promise you what. Then, Mr. Moderator, nothing has been done as far as the Anglophone crisis is concerned. And tonight, if there was a last word to say, is to say that I want to send again the panelists on the platform who assume their position in the CPTM to go and ask Mr. Bia to fasten and free the Anglophones.
Mr. Bia is listening to you. Talk to him.
Thank you,
Dr. Busi.
I think that the most comes to have thought his followers to be arrogant and rude to personalities.
I think that the Anglophone community
they are British people, they respect values, they respect people, they respect personality. When you see somebody comes and is ranting and he's saying that he wants to be a political leader, I start wondering how you rule people by shouting.
I thought in the first part of this program you were celebrating me on this platform. The very you at the end, you are insulting me. You see?
You must not shout for people to
Illogical.
hear. What I'm saying is that you must not shout for people to hear. You must try to be gentle, young man. And I'll end by saying that the Anglophone problem has not been solved. President Paul Biya, the President of the Republic of Cameroon, I pray that with your fatherly heart, may you call for a genuine dialogue, an inclusive genuine dialogue, call for ceasefire, grant amnesty to those who are in prison. Let's sit together and dialogue genuinely, look into the form of government, form of state, sorry. We can discuss. Federation is not a taboo. It's not late. It's not too late. Let's solve the Anglophone problem because people are dying on a daily basis. Children are frustrated because they have not been going to school.
Okay.
What are we going to talk about their life of tomorrow? It's a generation who have suffered for decades. Please, President Paul Biya, call for a genuine dialogue.
So maybe if what you have said on the achievements, shortcomings, and expectations, I really see that the achievements are just very few because I could see not much coming up. It means there are so many shortcomings. So the expectation, their viewers and government members, maybe Cameroonians want that more should be done. While we appreciate what you have been doing, but much is still expected. When we come back, we shall be concluding the program where we shall be talking on the school year that has to begin 2020-2021 school year. But it is coming up with so many complications, the coronavirus, they are talking of a twin operation of a school day and so on. So parents are facing a lot of difficulties. So we shall use the next few minutes that are left to discuss about that when we come back.